What is going on, everybody? In this Whiteboard Python programming series, we're going to learn about expressions. You're going to hear a lot about expressions in your adventures as a programmer. Understanding expressions were one of my biggest obstacles, but after this episode, you'll be that much closer in understanding tough concepts simply. So, let's hop right into it. First, we'll need to open up our interactive shell. Next, let's get into analogy mode to more easily understand what expressions mean. Think of an expression like making a cup of hot chocolate. For the sake of this concept, let's say you like your hot chocolate to be prepared in the same way I do. In order for you to make the hot chocolate whole and delicious, you need to add sugar, cream, and cocoa. I'm assigning my cup of hot chocolate to the variable sugar, the variable cream, and the variable cocoa. When I mix these three variables together, I get one value, and that is the cup of hot chocolate. The hot chocolate originally had three parts: sugar, cream, and cocoa. But once you add all of these parts together, you get one value, and that is a delicious cup of hot chocolate. Expressions are like making a cup of hot chocolate. If it can be simplified into a single value, then we consider it to be an expression. So, an expression is a piece of code that simplifies down into a single value. Let's hop over into our interactive shell to see some real-world examples of these. A general rule of thumb to think about is if you can print it or it produces a value, it's an expression. So, some examples of expressions are 2 plus 2, which gives us 4, 8 plus 3, which gives us 11. We can do 5 times 4, times 8, times, let's do 10, minus 12, which will give us 1,588, which is an expression. We can also do single string values or string values as expressions, because it's boiled down into a single value. So we could do John, or we could do Jacob, we could do jingle and concatenate to Smithers, which gives us jingle Smithers. Other types of expressions can be none, Boolean values like true and false. And like what we saw in the above examples, like the 2 plus 2, 8 plus 3, whole integers or floating point numbers can also be used, or also are, expressions. So, as you can see, everything is boiled down into a single value. We will also be able to assign our expression to a variable and print it. In our next episode, we're going to be learning about statements.